My name is Adrian Cole, and I am 26 years old. The night my brother told me I would always be beneath him, we were sitting at our parents' dining table, celebrating his latest promotion. The table was set perfectly. White linens. Crystal glasses. The kind of dinner our mother prepared when she wanted to impress. Tonight, she was impressing my brother Marcus. Again. Marcus sat at the head of the table, where Dad usually sat. But Dad had yielded the spot tonight. Because Marcus deserved it. Marcus had just been promoted to Senior Vice President at Titanium Capital. The youngest SVP in company history. 32 years old and already a legend. I sat at the far end. Away from the celebration. Holding a glass of water while everyone else drank expensive wine. Mom raised her glass. To Marcus. Our brilliant son. We are so proud of everything you have accomplished. Hear, hear, Dad added. You have exceeded every expectation. Built something remarkable. You are the future of this family. Everyone drank. Marcus smiled. That humble smile he had perfected. The one that said I am amazing but I will pretend to be modest about it. Thank you. I have worked hard. But I could not have done it without your support. Mom beamed. You have always been exceptional. Even as a child. Remember when he won the state math competition at 12? We knew then he was destined for greatness. I remembered. I had competed in that same competition. Placed 5th. No one remembered that. Marcus looked at me. Finally acknowledging I existed. Adrian, how is your startup going? The question was designed to humiliate. He knew exactly how my startup was going. I had been building a fintech platform for 2 years. Automated investment tools for small businesses. Bootstrapped. Self-funded. Struggling. It is going. Still building. Still growing. Still struggling, Marcus corrected. I saw your user numbers last quarter. 1,500 active users. That is not growth. That is stagnation. We are focused on product quality over rapid scaling. He laughed. That is what failing founders say. Quality over growth. It means you cannot grow. Cannot compete. Cannot succeed. Marcus, Mom said gently. Do not be harsh. Adrian is trying. Trying is not enough. He looked at me. Smiled. That condescending smile that made my blood boil. Adrian, you are my little brother. I love you. But you need to accept reality. You will never outrun me. You will always be beneath me. That is just how it is. The words hung in the air. Casual. Cruel. Certain. Dad nodded. Marcus is right. You have different skill sets. Different trajectories. There is no shame in that. Not everyone can be exceptional. Some people are leaders, Mom added. And some people are supporters. Both are valuable. I am not a supporter, I said quietly. Marcus leaned forward. Then what are you? Because from where I sit, you are a 26-year-old with a failing startup, no meaningful revenue, and no path forward. That is not leadership. That is delusion. I set down my glass. Looked at him. At his smug face. His absolute certainty that he was better than me. That he would always be better. I am someone who is not done yet. He laughed. Adrian, I am an SVP at a top 5 investment firm. You are running a startup out of a co-working space. We are not in the same league. We never will be. Maybe not in your league. But maybe I am building a different league. That does not even make sense. It will. I stood. Pushed back my chair. Looked at my parents. Thank you for dinner. Congratulations again, Marcus. I hope you enjoy your promotion. You are leaving. Mom looked disappointed. We have dessert. I am not hungry. I have work to do. On a Saturday night? Dad shook his head. Adrian, this obsession with your little project is unhealthy. You should be networking. Building relationships. Learning from people like Marcus. I am learning. Just not from Marcus. I walked out. Grabbed my coat. Ignored my mother calling my name. Drove home to my small apartment. The one I could barely afford. The one my family pitied. But I had something they did not know about. Something I had been building in secret for 6 months. Something that would change everything. I just needed one more week. People think building a startup is glamorous. It is not. It is an 18-hour day. Ramen for dinner. Sleeping on a couch because you cannot afford a bed frame. It is doubtful. Fear. The constant voice telling you to give up. I had been building my fintech platform, Apex Financial, for 2 years. The pitch was simple. Automated investment tools for small businesses. Algorithms that optimize portfolios. Saved money. Reduced risk. Made investing accessible to people who could not afford wealth managers. The product was good. Really good. But growth was slow. 1,500 users. Minimal revenue. Barely enough to keep the lights on. 6 months ago, everything changed. I was at a startup conference. Networking. Hating every minute. Forcing myself to talk to investors who barely looked at me. Then I met Dr. Elena Vasquez. She was the keynote speaker. Former chief data scientist at Goldman Sachs. Now running her own AI research lab. Brilliant. Intimidating. The kind of person I normally would be. Too scared to approach. But I approached anyway. Introducing myself. Explained what I was building. She listened. Actually, I listened. Then she said something that changed my trajectory. Your platform is good. But it is small. You are thinking too small. What if you scaled this to institutional investors? What if you used AI to optimize not just portfolios but entire investment strategies? I do not have the resources for that. What if you did? What if I gave you access to my lab? My algorithms? My team? In exchange for equity? Partnership? Co-development? Why would you do that? Because I am tired of working with people who think small. You think big. You just do not have the tools yet. I can give you the tools. We shook hands. We started working together the next week. For 6 months, we rebuilt Apex Financial from the ground up. Not a simple portfolio tool anymore. A full AI-driven investment platform. Institutional grade. Capable of managing billions. Built on algorithms that I learned. Adapted. Outperformed human investors. We tested it quietly. With small clients. The results were incredible. Returns that exceeded industry benchmarks. Risk management that prevented losses during market volatility. A platform that worked. But we needed capital to scale. To hire engineers. To build infrastructure. To compete with the big players. 3 weeks ago, Elena introduced me to someone. Jonathan Pierce. CEO of Silvercrest Holdings. One of the largest investment firms in the country. Assets under management worth over $300 billion. Jonathan reviewed our platform. Our data. Our results. Then he made an offer. Join Silvercrest. Not as an employee. As a board partner. The youngest in company history. We will acquire Apex Financial. Integrate your technology. Give you resources to scale. And make you a decision maker at the table. I had asked for time to think. To process. To make sure it was real. 2 days ago, I signed the papers. Became a board partner at Silvercrest Holdings. At 26. With equity worth approximately $40 million. The announcement was scheduled for Monday morning. Public. Official. Undeniable. Tonight, Saturday night, I sat in my apartment, knowing that in 48 hours, everything would change. My family thought I was failing. Stagnant. Beneath Marcus. They had no idea. Monday morning, I walked into Silvercrest Holdings headquarters. Glass tower. 40 stories. The kind of building that screamed power. I wore my best suit. The one I bought 3 years ago for interviews. Still fit. Barely. I had lost weight from stress and ramen. Security was expecting me. Gave me a badge. Directed me to the executive floor. 38th floor. Where the board met. Where decisions were made. Elena met me at the elevator. She smiled. Rare for her. She was not someone who smiled easily. Ready? As ready as I will ever be. You built something remarkable, Adrian. Own it. Do not apologize. Do not shrink. You earned this. We walked into the boardroom. Long table. Floor-to-ceiling windows. 12 people were already seated. All of them are older. Most of them are men. All of them were successful. Jonathan Pierce sat at the head. He stood when I entered. Extended his hand. Adrian. Welcome. Everyone, this is Adrian Cole. Our newest board partner. Youngest in Silvercrest history. Applause. Polite. Curious. Some people looked skeptical. Others looked intrigued. Jonathan gestured to an empty chair. Sit. Let us get started. I sat. Pulled out my notebook. Tried to steady my shaking hands. Jonathan began. We have acquired Apex Financial. Adrian's AI-driven investment platform. Initial testing shows returns exceeding our benchmarks by 18%. Risk reduction of 23%. This technology has the potential to transform how we manage assets. He pulled up slides. Data. Charts. Results. Proof that what I built worked. Adrian will lead the integration. Oversee development. Serve as our resident expert on AI investment strategies. He is not here to observe. He is here to contribute. To lead. One board member raised her hand. Margaret Chin. Chief Investment Officer. I knew her reputation. Brilliant. Tough. Did not suffer fools. Adrian, your platform is impressive. But you are 26. No formal experience in institutional investing. How do we know you can handle the scale we operate at? I took a breath. Because I built something that works. I did not have resources. I did not have a team. I had an idea and determination. I taught myself what I needed to know. I found partners who believed in me. I delivered results. Age does not determine capability. Results do. She studied me. Then nodded. Fair enough. Another board member spoke. David Rothman. Former Goldman Sachs executive. You say your AI adapts. Learn. But AI also fails. Make mistakes. How do you prevent catastrophic errors? I have fail-safes. Human oversight at critical decision points. Risk limits programmed into the algorithms. And continuous monitoring. AI is a tool. Not a replacement for judgment. I use it to enhance decision-making. Not replace it. David smiled. Good answer. The meeting continued. Questions. Discussions. Strategy. I contributed where I could. Stayed quiet where I should. I learned from people who had been doing this for decades. At the end, Jonathan stood. Welcome to the team, Adrian. Officially. Publicly. We will announce your appointment this afternoon. Press release. Market update. The whole thing. He shook my hand. Firm. Genuine. You are going to do great things here. Thank you for believing in me. I did not believe in you. I believed in your work. Now prove the work was not a fluke. I will. The press release went out at 2 in the afternoon. Major financial publications picked it up immediately. Silvercrest Holdings appoints 26-year-old Adrian Cole as youngest board partner in company history. The article detailed my background. My startup. The acquisition. The technology. The unprecedented move to bring someone so young into a leadership role. My phone exploded. Messages. Calls. Emails. People I had not spoken to in years suddenly wanted to reconnect. But the call I was waiting for came at 3:30. Marcus. I let it go to voicemail. Listen to the message. Adrian, what the hell is this? I am seeing articles about you joining Silvercrest as a board partner. Is this real? Call me back. His voice was tight. Confused. Maybe angry. I did not call back. Not yet. My parents called next. Together. On speakerphone. Adrian? Is this true? Are you really on board at Silvercrest? Yes, Mom. It is true. Why did you not tell us? Dad's voice. Hurt. Confused. Because you would not have believed me. You thought I was failing. Stagnant. Beneath Marcus. I did not need your doubt while I was building something. Silence. Then Mom. We are proud of you. So proud. This is incredible. Thank you. Can we see you? Tonight? We want to celebrate properly. I am busy. Meetings. Onboarding. I will let you know when I have time. I hung up. I felt nothing. No satisfaction. No anger. Just exhaustion. Elena texted. Congratulations. You survived your first board meeting. Now the real work begins. I replied. Thank you for everything. I could not have done this without you. Her response. You could have. But it would have taken longer. You are welcome. At 6 that evening, my doorbell rang. I opened it. Marcus stood there. No suit. Jeans and a sweater. He looked rattled. Can I come in? I stepped aside. He entered. I looked around my small apartment. The cheap furniture. The empty fridge visible from the living room. Do you live like this? Still? I have been focused on work. Not decorating. He laughed bitterly. Apparently. He turned to me. Is it real? The board seat? Yes. How? I built something valuable. I partnered with the right people. Got acquired. I saw the details. 40 million in equity. Board partner at 26. How did you do that without me knowing? Because you stopped paying attention to me years ago. You decided I was beneath you. So I stopped telling you what I was working on. Adrian, I did not mean it like that. Yes, you did. At dinner. Saturday night. You said I would never outrun you. That I would always be beneath you. You meant it. He was quiet. Then. Maybe I did. But I was wrong. Yes. You were. He sat down on my couch. Uninvited. Ran his hands through his hair. I am Senior Vice President at Titanium Capital. Youngest SVP in history. That was supposed to be my moment. My achievement. And now you are a board partner at Silvercrest. You outranked me in 3 days. I did not do this to compete with you. Did you not? Be honest. Part of you did this to prove me wrong. I thought about it. Maybe. Part of me. But mostly I did this because I believed in what I was building. Because I wanted to matter. Not to you. To myself. He looked at me. Really looked. You are not the same person anymore. No. I am not. I grew up. Stopped waiting for your approval. Stopped measuring myself by your standards. I am proud of you. I know I have no right to say that after what I said. But I am. Thank you. But your pride does not change what you said. What you made me feel. You do not get to celebrate my success when you mocked my struggle. He stood. You are right. I do not. But Adrian. I am sorry. Truly sorry. I was an arrogant asshole. You deserved better. Yes. I did. He walked to the door. Stopped. Can we fix this? Our relationship? I do not know. Maybe. If you stop seeing me as competition and start seeing me as your brother. I will try. He left. I closed the door. I felt something shift. Not forgiveness. Not reconciliation. Just acknowledgement. Those things were different now. That I was different now. The first month at Silvercrest was intense. Learning systems. Meeting teams. Integrating my platform with their infrastructure. Proving I belonged. Some people welcomed me. Saw potential. Opportunity. Others resented me. Though I was too young. Too inexperienced. A risk. Margaret Chin became an unexpected ally. She tested me constantly. Asked hard questions. Challenged my assumptions. But when I delivered, she acknowledged it. After one meeting, she pulled me aside. You are doing well. Better than I expected. But do not get comfortable. The moment you stop proving yourself, they will start questioning you. I do not plan to stop. Good. And Adrian? Ignore the people who say you are too young. Age is just a number. Competence is what matters. Thank you. She smiled. Now get back to work. You have a presentation tomorrow and it better be flawless. It was. Elena and I continued collaborating. Refining algorithms. Testing strategies. Our partnership was seamless. She handled research. I handled implementation. Together, we built something neither of us could have built alone. One evening, working late, she asked me something unexpected. Do you regret it? Selling Apex? Giving up control? Sometimes. I built that from nothing. It was mine. Now it is theirs. But it is bigger now. Better. Reaching more people. Is that not worth the trade? Yes. It is. But it still hurts. Letting go. That is growth. Letting go of what you built to build something greater. Not everyone can do that. Can you? She smiled. I did. Years ago. When I left Goldman. People thought I was crazy. Giving up security. Status. Salary. But I wanted to build something meaningful. So I did. No regrets. None. Maybe one. I wish I had done it sooner. That became my mantra. No regrets. Just forward motion. 2 months after joining Silvercrest, my parents invited me to dinner. Family dinner. Marcus would be there. They wanted us all together. To celebrate. To reconnect. I almost declined. But Elena convinced me. You cannot avoid them forever. Face it. Show them who you are now. Then decide if you want them in your life. I went. Saturday night. Same dining room where Marcus had told me I would always be beneath him. The table was set again. But this time, Dad sat at the head. Marcus sat beside Mom. I sat across from him. Equal distance. Equal placement. Mom served dinner. Prime rib. Roasted vegetables. The works. She was trying. I could see that. Trying to make up for not believing in me. Adrian, Dad began. We wanted to say again how proud we are. What you have accomplished is remarkable. Thank you. We should have supported you more. Should have believed in your vision. We were wrong. Yes. You were. Marcus shifted uncomfortably. Adrian, I owe you an apology too. What I said at that dinner. About you always being beneath me. It was cruel. Untrue. I was wrong. You were not wrong at the time. You were more successful. More accomplished. You had every right to believe you were ahead. But I should not have said you would never catch up. That was arrogant. It was honest. You believed it. So did everyone else at this table. The room went quiet. Mom looked hurt. Dad looked guilty. Marcus looked ashamed. I am not angry, I continued. I am just done pretending. You all thought I was failing. That I was beneath Marcus. That I would never measure up. You were not hiding it. You said it out loud. So now I am saying something out loud too. I do not need your approval anymore. I do not need you to believe in me. I already proved what I needed to prove. To myself. Mom reached across the table. Adrian, we love you. We always have. Love is not the same as belief. You loved me while thinking I was insufficient. That is not the same as supporting me. We are supporting you now. Now that it is easy. Now that I succeeded despite you. Not because of you. Dad cleared his throat. What do you want from us, Adrian? I want honesty. I want you to admit you were wrong. Not just about my startup. About me. About measuring worth by titles and salaries. Thinking Marcus was inherently better because he took a traditional path. You are right. We were wrong. Dad's voice was firm. We raised you both to compete. To measure success by external metrics. That was our failure. Not yours. Marcus spoke. For what it is worth, Adrian, you were always smarter than me. More creative. More willing to take risks. I succeeded by following rules. You succeeded by breaking them. That takes courage I never had. I looked at him. I saw something I had not seen before. Respect. Genuine respect. Thank you. Can we move forward? Mom asked. As a family? I do not know yet. I need time. Space. To figure out what I want this to look like. That is fair. We finished dinner. We talked about safer topics. Work. Weather. Anything but the past. When I left, Marcus walked me to my car. I mean it, he said. I am proud of you. And I am. Sorry. For everything. I know. I am working on forgiving you. But I am not there yet. I understand. He hugged me. Quick. Awkward. But genuine. I drove home feeling lighter. Not healed, but less burdened. 1 year after joining Silvercrest, I sat in the same boardroom where I had started. But now it felt different. Familiar. Mine. The company had grown. My platform had scaled. We were managing over 50 billion in assets using AI-driven strategies. Returns were strong. The clients were happy. The board was pleased. Jonathan stood at the head of the table. He smiled. That rare smile that meant something significant was coming. Adrian has been with us 1 year. In that time, he has transformed how we invest. How we think about technology. How we compete. Our returns are up 22%. Our client satisfaction is at an all-time high. This is not luck. This is leadership. He looked at me. Effective immediately, Adrian is promoted to managing partner. He will oversee all technology integration. Report directly to me. And continue serving on the board. Applause. Genuine. Enthusiastic. Margaret Chen was the first to shake my hand. You earned this. Keep earning it. I plan to. After the meeting, Elena found me. Managing partner at 27. You are making the rest of us look slow. I had help. A lot of help. True. But you executed. That is what matters. She paused. I am proud of you. You know that, right? I do. And thank you. For believing in me when no one else did. I believed in your work. You made it easy. That night, I called my parents. Told them about the promotion. They congratulated me. Said they wanted to celebrate. I agreed. Baby steps. I called Marcus. He answered immediately. Managing partner? Adrian, that is incredible. Thank you. You know what this means, right? You officially outrank me now. Not just in title. In trajectory. In everything. Does that bother you? Honestly? A year ago it would have destroyed me. Now. I am just happy for you. Proud to be your brother. That means something. Good. Because I mean it. We talked for an hour. About work. About life. About the years we wasted competing instead of supporting. It was not perfect. But it was real. 2 years after that dinner where Marcus told me I would always be beneath him, I stood on the rooftop of Silvercrest headquarters. City lights below. Sky above. Thinking about how far I had come. From a failing startup to managing partner at one of the largest investment firms in the world. From family disappointment to industry leader. From beneath Marcus to beside him. Then beyond him. Not because I wanted to beat him. Because I wanted to matter. People tried to define me. Limit me. Tell me what I could not do. Could not become. Could not achieve. But I had learned something important. Other people's certainty about your limitations says more about them than about you. Marcus was certain I would always be beneath him. My parents were certain I was failing. The board was uncertain I could lead. They were all wrong. Not because they lacked intelligence. Because they lacked vision. The vision to see potential in someone who did not fit their definition of success. I had that vision. Elena had that vision. Jonathan had that vision. And together, we built something remarkable. My phone buzzed. Text from Marcus. Family dinner next Saturday. Mom is making pot roast. You in? I smiled. Replied. I am in. See you then. I put my phone away. I looked at the city. I felt something I had not felt in years. Peace. Not because I proved them wrong. Because I proved myself right. That I was capable. Worthy. Enough. Exactly as I was. Building exactly what I was meant to build. Everything else was just noise.